This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. It's a glorious day and hot in Florida. We were at 96 today, feel like 99, so it is what it is. Today, we're going to talk about Jalen Waddle and his extension. If y'all, what's up, Yoli Cruz? How you doing? If y'all want to join in, I shared the link out there, so y'all can join in and come on the panel with me if you want. No big deal. We'll talk Miami. We'll talk whatever comes up. Jalen Waddle's extension, by far, is one of the best. He's number 4 in top paid receivers. So what comes next? Waddle got a sizable extension this week in that form of 3-year, $84.75 million addition to his contract. So while the Dolphins front office never gave any reason to believe it would let the former top 10 pick walk, they made their commitment official with a long-term deal. Quarterback Tua will get an additional 3 years of Waddle, assuming he also gets an extension. Well, you know what they start doing? You know what happens when people start to assume things? Yep, they make one out of you and me. You have any questions, you want me to answer or try to answer, just post them in the links there. I'll do the best I can. You want to join in, like I said, just come on in. The link is up there for anybody to join in. It's not hard to see why Waddle's extension, he was the first Dolphin in Miami history to have his rookie year and 2 more years with 1,000-plus passing yards. Miami has spent more on their top 2 receiving course than anybody else. So what's up, Ryan? How you doing, my brother? Thank you for joining in. Make sure y'all hit the like button on YouTube, on Facebook, all that. The app's up there if you want to join in, Ryan. Come on up. Ever since that day, Waddle has been a focal point of the Miami offense, but the Dolphins knew he needed a running mate. After 1 year, Waddle was at the number 1 option. The team decided to form one of the most dangerous duos in the league by trading for one and only Tyreek Hill. So, that's saying a lot right there. You can't ask for more than that. Waddle he played it with a lot of injuries last year, but of course, Miami Dolphins were plagued with injuries last year. So it was a lot going on. We're going to skip over right now. We're going to go to the ranking of opposing quarterback the Dolphins will face in 2024. Yeah, Jacoby Brissett, and Drake May and the Patriots. They're ranked 14th. So, yeah, they're not going to be much to worry about for us. We don't believe they will. 13th is the Raiders with Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. I wouldn't underestimate the Raiders, though, with some of their other players and moves. The immediate future of the Raiders quarterback position is in question after they missed out on the 6th taken in the top 12 picks of the 2024 draft. So instead, they have Aiden Connell entering his second year as a pro after starting 10 games for Las Vegas last season. They don't have, they got Gardner Minshew to help mentor that kid, so maybe something can come out of him. At number 12, Geno Smith from the Seahawks. Yeah. Still playing in Seahawks. It's the farthest travel Miami's got to do over the whole season. And Miami travels the second most out of all NFL teams this year. So it's one that I think we play the Seahawks right after we play Buffalo or the Patriots, one of the two, I think. In Buffalo or New England. I don't remember. Old age, you have them brain farts. Dolphins will take a long flight to Seattle in week 3 to face Geno Smith and the Seahawks. Okay, that's right before we go back and forth with others. Yeah, week 3 is not bad because we have 10 days off from our second week, which is a Thursday night game against Buffalo at home. And then, but that Sunday right before that, we play Jacksonville at home. I can remember some things. I'm not all, forgetful, even though my wife will beg to differ. Smith surprisingly had the best season of his career at age 31. So stepping into Seattle's starting lineup and throwing for 4,282 yards and 30 touchdowns, last year, that wasn't bad for Geno. Best career, so that was pretty good. We'll just have to see if he can do anything further this year. At ranking number 11, again, we got to play against is the Colts, Anthony Richardson Jr. That's week 6, or that's after our week 6. Week 6 is our bye week. So I think we can take that one pretty easily as well. But then again, any team in the NFL you can't take for granted. You got to be careful of all of them because, the minute you start taking a team for granted is when you start losing. There's always that team that everyone expects you to beat no problem, and they either beat your ass or make it a close game. At 10, Titans, Will Levis. That's going to be an interesting game. Our Miami Dolphins going to bring in Tannehill as a backup. Will we need him? If they do, if he doesn't get picked up at all this year, someone's liable to pick him up. I haven't seen anything. I have to look at Twitter, see if anything started this year yet with after it's June 1st, might not start till tomorrow. If anyone's picked up anything from the June 1st releases, we'll have to wait and see as usual. John O'Hanlon's mainstream quote, gotta wait and see. But yeah, week 7 against the Titans for Miami, that's going to be interesting. Kyler Murray of the Cardinals. He's our 9th ranked quarterback that we got to play against. He began the sideline with an ACL injury the season prior. That it was beginning of last year. He was sidelined. So we'll see how much he's up to place today, and how things are going. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everything's going along good for everybody. So, our 8th ranked quarterback. Come on. Trevor Lawrence, Jaguars. We play in week 1. That's going to be interesting. Can't count up Jaguars. And from what I recall, they haven't done a whole lot of rebuild or anything like that. So it should be pretty good. And let's see. Week 1's going to be an interesting game. Lawrence had a difficult rookie season 21, but he's been doing good. Last year he finished. Let's see. He regressed a little bit last year with his stats and all, but it's more than just a quarterback that makes a team. It takes a lot of people. What's up, Cap? How you doing? Prime and Proper Sports, what's up? I don't know. Will Jacksonville pick up some more talent for Lawrence? Who knows? You guys want to join in? The link's up there. Come on and join up on the panel. We're going over the ranked quarterbacks that the Dolphins have to go against. Our 7th ranked quarterback is Jordan Love of the Packers. Being at Packer Stadium during, if I remember correctly, it's going to be some of the colder weather. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be a tight game. Last year, injuries plagued us big time. All through the year, not especially at the end of the year. Then our 6th ranked quarterback we got to face against is C.J. Stroud. Yeah, that's one game I am worried about a little bit. It's in Houston, and to me, he already proved himself quite well last year. Can he keep it up, though, is the whole thing. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, Prim and Proper, join me when you can. I'm only on for an hour tonight. We'll get off at 6 to 7, Sports Network. What's up, my man, Shake Money? How you doing, my brother? You good? Shake? I can't hear you, Shake. I can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to get it set up. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear now. I'm just been going over our ranked quarterbacks that we have to play this year.
Yeah.
I'm down. I don't know if you were listening already, Annie. We're down at number 6, C.J. Stroud. I was just saying that's going to be an interesting game. C.J. proved himself quite well last year, and we are playing them in Houston. Can he keep up the work?
Yeah. Well, he got Stephon Diggs. They just signed their new. They just signed their new their other receiver to an extension as well. So, and they got the rookie from last year.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting game. It's Texas. The Texans are going to be one I'm going to keep an eye on all year, really, because after the way they came in last year with the rookie quarterback and all, and as well as they did, it's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
I haven't had a chance to look today. Have you heard any news today of us signing anybody else yet?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because usually, June. It starts at 4:00. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's only 6:14. So. Yeah, our 5th ranked quarterback we got to go against is Brock Purdy. That's December 22nd, right before Christmas, at home for us. I think it's gonna be a tough game no matter what.
Yeah.
49ers are nothing to mess around with. Of course, to me, none of the teams are. If you're an NFL team, you can't take any of them for granted. Fourth-ranked quarterback Deshaun Watson of the Browns.
But before we get to that, I just want to say also that the Shanahan has a winning record against his disciples, so that does play a factor in it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't even think about all that. Yeah, he's got a winning record, but he's not undefeated.
Yeah.
So maybe we had that little bit of luck with us. We'll have to wait and see.
It's in Miami, so we'll see.
Yeah, being in Miami is going to give us a little bit of advantage. It's going to depend. I think part of it's going to depend on how early they get down to us.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that people are overlooking too is that San Francisco has luck in that stadium too. They won 2 Super Bowls there.
Hey, I saw Hurley going that way. So, yeah.
Come on, guys.
So, Deshaun Watson and the Browns. I don't know how to feel about that one. I'm not a big fan of Deshaun Watson, but the Browns have actually done pretty well. They're getting a little better each year, it seems like lately.
Yeah. And Deshaun Watson's showing flashes here and there. So if he could get it together, I think, and show consistency, he'll be dangerous, especially with that team that made it to the playoffs without him.
True. Yeah, he could be. I mean, he sat back collecting money, not doing anything last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually our 4th-ranked quarterback. Our 3rd-ranked quarterback, Matthew Stafford in the Rams. I don't know. Last year, the Rams took quite a big step backwards, it seems like to me.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Trust me, I have dogs of my own. I understand. So, sir, I want to circle real quick back to the Houston game. Okay. If you look at the Houston game, the San Francisco game, and this game, Houston, you gotta remember when our coach McDaniel was the offensive coordinator of San Francisco, the head coach of Houston was the defensive coordinator of San Francisco. So he's going to be going against Green Bay, between Green Bay, San Francisco, Houston, and the Rams. Three former Shanahan disciples.
Yeah.
This will be the 3rd one he's going against, including Shanahan himself. And the Jets. So that's like 5 Shanahan disciples that he will be facing this year. And then 4, including Shanahan.
Yeah, Green Bay. I already went past Green Bay. That's Jordan Love they have.
Yeah, and what's going to be interesting about that game is going to be Tua versus the quarterback that Flores wanted.
Oh, Flores wanted Jordan Love?
Yeah.
Well, let me get back in here. Yeah, where was Green Bay? Just trying to look. The 14th ranked quarterback is the Patriots, Jacoby Brissett and Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
The 13th they had O'Connell, the Raiders, Aiden O'Connell and Gordon Minshew.
Yep.
12th was Geno Smith, and Geno had his best year last year. Oh Lordy. My wife's feeding me tequila already, so.
Sorry, I was having Crown and pineapple. I mean Crown and lemonade.
Well, cheers to you, brother. Anthony Richardson of the Colts are ranked 11th.
Yeah.
Will Levis of the Titans at 10th. Kyle Murray, 9th with the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a good game. That's fan club weekend game. So usually we've been pretty good on fan club weekend the last 2 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going to that game with Crypto, as a matter of fact.
Good. I'd like to see Crypto again. It was nice meeting him last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this year I'm going to 4 games. I'm going to 3 of them are going to be away. I'm going to the Colts, the Houston, the Arizona game, and the MetLife Takeover.
Well, I'm not going to any away games this year. I was looking at going to the New England away game with Dolphin winners, but because of the way the schedule come out in certain areas, he can't make that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just had some bad luck this weekend where I had to put a new engine in my truck.
Wow.
Yeah. So I ain't getting a paint job on it in November like I wanted to. I'm going to just get it wrapped from Tony Hernandez. And that'll have to do for 4 or 5 years until I save up money to get the paint done. Yeah, Jordan Love of the Packers was ranked 7th.
Yeah.
So we said Stroud was 6, Brock Purdy was 5, Sean Watson at 4th, Matthew Stafford at 3. Aaron Rodgers is ranked number 2 we got to face. So, and the thing is, just like last year, we're playing the Jets just 4 weeks apart. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, 4 weeks apart, just like last year. Last year, I think it was only 3 weeks apart. I mean, so it's wild. And then, of course, Josh Allen, the Bills, they have him ranked as their number 1 contender quarterback, or ranking, whatever you want to say. It's going to be interesting to see what the Bills can do this year to me, because they lost more than what we did. Well, they lost a lot offensively. We lost a lot defensively.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving us a better chance at winning at home this year by far.
How many?
2. And I think we can win. I think we're gonna. Even though I haven't had a chance to see what we're doing yet, and I'll be able to say more at training camp. But I'm gonna say I'm still gonna say we're gonna win against Buffalo at home.
Okay.
The score, I can't predict the score right now, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 1-score win, but not a field goal. I'm saying touchdown, at least a 1 touchdown win. It might be a touchdown with a 2-point conversion. They need to tie us or something, but that's what I see for us winning against Buffalo at home the second week, being a Thursday night game, and Buffalo's offense being a lot of it being new with them because they lost a lot. But it's going to be a tough game. They're, division rivals are always tough.
Yeah. I also could see a 6-point, like we kicked 2 field goals, right? It's a 6-point game, and at the end, we make a defensive stop to stop Josh Allen from getting in the end zone.
Yeah, I could see that. I most definitely could see that. Now, did you watch a little videos of Jalen signing and stuff?
Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves it, really. I mean, you look, he's the first quarterback in Dolphin history to have his first 3 years of NFL all over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, wide receiver, yeah.
Yeah, wide receiver, yeah. I mean, that's that's a lot being said right there.
Yeah, I mean, and I think if he improves his hand technique, he'll be a lot better. Instead of trying to catch with his body and catch more with his hands, I
Yeah.
think that's something that the thing that he need. The thing about it is with him, the things that he needs to fix are coachable. That's the thing
Oh
I like
yeah.
about it.
Yes, most definitely. Like last year in training camp, I watched him trying to catch more with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
But and like last year, we talked about this before, where in some of the games there was a lot of balls that where they were thrown was nothing but with the body.
Yeah.
But but I also saw last year during the regular games, he's jumping, trying to catch them with his body instead of just with his hands. And if he can break that little habit, I think he's going to go even that much farther. What's up, Raphael Courtwright? Thanks for joining us, brother.
And by the way, I spoke to Raphael Courtwright. He's going to be joining me. He's going to be in the blender soon.
Cool. That'd be nice. Yeah, we got to get him up on stage here sometime.
Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to have him on. Yeah, he's. I'll tell you what. He's one of the reasons I do what I do, man. He's a good dude, man.
And one thing I was shocked in a sense of a way that he got his contract extension, but it wasn't like some of them, going for 4, 5, or 6 years. It was only a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Which to me, when they start, go ahead.
Well, if you think about it, it's an extension to the 2 years that we have locked down. So technically, we have him for 5 years now.
Okay, I thought this was his.
No, this is his 4th year. Next year's his 5th year. So we have him for 2 years.
They didn't pick up an option on the 5th, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, because I thought they were just adding to this one.
No, they picked up Jalen Phillips, and they picked up Jalen Waddle's 5th year, which he said on the 5th, and then so this is.
I remember that
years.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, so technically we have him for 5 years.
So, but I mean, it's a good deal with him. I've liked him from the beginning. He's done nothing but improve, really.
Mm-hmm.
And even with as much as he was playing hurt last year, hurt, injured, whatever you want to call it these days, he still got over 1,000 yards receiving.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of Waddle. It's
Capitan
tough.
in the building. What's up, El Capitan?
Hey, El Capitan, you want to join us? Come on, pop up in here. There's links out there. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So, see if I can find anything else real quick. Okay, let's see who they got as our Dolphins' best rookie sleeper to make an impact in 2024. Rookie running back Jalen Wright, they're saying is an upgrade for the Dolphins in running back. Well, I mean, Mostert had his best year last year. Achan was injured some, but Achan, from what I heard, put on 10 or 20 pounds this offseason and stuff. Mm-hmm. And is it going to slow him down? I don't know. It's not it all depends, If
it's lean muscle, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to slow him down.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting to see. I want to see Jalen Wright out of Tennessee. With Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane listed as top 2 running backs, the depth chart, but it may be very hard to keep Wright from playing a key role in the Miami offense, which is true because he's just as fast as Waddle and Achane. Welcome to the show, El Capitan.
What's up, Papa Paul?
Okay.
I see you creeping on these streets. What's up, buddy?
Hey, by the way, your cousin was on the Fins tailgate last night. It was much watched
man.
episode.
I woke up super late. I came home and fell out. My truck's been in the shop, right? Getting everything fixed. And they thought they had it fixed. Like, I gotta take it back. It still ain't working right. But so I didn't have my truck all day the last day, and I had to walk all the houses all day, and fucking just sun rained me out. So, but yeah, he told me about it. I went back and watched when he was on a little bit. He's spilling all the old school stories.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, Cap. My truck will be in the shop for about 2 months.
Really? You're in the same bed, huh?
Well, I just found out let me see, Thursday morning, I got to get a new engine. So.
Rough hours.
Yeah, new engine is not what I wanted to spend my money on.
No, definitely not. That's why I'm getting work done to my truck right now, getting some stuff done to it. I had to do something with the brakes.
Well, this is a truck that I've been restoring and rebuilding and stuff.
And already selling blood porch.
But, now it's just one more thing added to the list. But Jalen Wright, he's going to be interesting to watch as running back, or even, he can be a slot receiver as well, or a kickoff punt returner.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the speed. Go ahead.
No, I don't say, but being given, Chan has been injured already, and so is Mostert. I think he'll see some significant time this year. And
I agree with you. A lot of that's going to depend on, injuries at the same time. I think they're going to try and split it 3 ways equally, 30%, 30%, 30%, and then give 10% to the others. You never know with McDaniels.
Well, look, here's the thing, right?
Go ahead.
It's a heavy rotation in the trenches and in the running back stable with this West Coast 49er and Mike McDaniel style system. These guys are going to get snaps. They're going to get a lot of targets and opportunities to carry the ball. And with that, it's wear and tear. Because it's always designed, right, for the one-on-one matchups with linebackers and secondary. So these guys are going to take a beating, and they're more speed guys than power guys. But now adding Jalen Wright just keeps the same type of dude in the room. I think they're also a good part.
Yeah, I agree totally because of the speed. Jalen Wright had 1,013 yards, 4 touchdowns, 137 carries last year, and a 7-point yards per attempt, which I'll take that all day, every day.
Well, he busted a couple of them too. That's what helps that overall attempt, right? I look more of just like what you can expect out of him down in and down out. He's a good pass blocker. He's a really good pass blocker. Probably better in the room than most of the guys other than Jeff Wilson. And he's got some decent size to him. Achane getting more size to him, kind of where Wright's already at. And if you look at all 3 backs with Achane and Mostert and him, you're asking all 3 of them to complete the same duties, so you can plug and insert any one of the guys. And I think it was Shake that said getting these guys in the slot, or maybe it was you, Paul, but I think that's the next element, the next step.
Well, I had brought up that Wright is one who can play, and even Achane can play slots. But Wright is definitely can play slot. He's got the speed. He's got the hands. Achane's got the hands. He's had a lot of great receptions also. I'm interested, and I don't know if you heard of it, Cap or Shake, but I know when McDaniels was out at the 49ers, they talked about he introduced something new every year. And on his 3rd year out there, he really went working with the tight ends and stuff. And I'm wondering if he's going to do something like that this year, throw
Well,
something new
that's
out
kind
there.
of the next progression in this growth of the scheme, right? We can see that Tua and this offense can block for runs outside, and Tua can also put big passes to the wide receivers. Now, and they were kind of shoehorning it in there last year with the targets to the tight end, trying to get Julian Hill involved and stuff like that with Jonnu Smith. And I expect Julian Hill to still stay on the roster. There's some debate about that with the new guy, Jacoby or whatever the hell, Jordy, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
Guy from Kansas City that we brought in. I don't know. I think Julian Hill's going to beat him out in camp personally, but we'll see. But they're definitely going to want to get more targets to those guys, to whatchamacallit in the running game, any of the running backs. And I wonder if the addition with Odell Beckham by spreading the ball out in this manner to a third weapon like that, if it's as equally as valuable as them using him to pull coverages to get to guys underneath, like the tight ends, like the running backs.
Yeah, that to me, the Odell Beckham, I think if you have Beckham, Hill, and Waddle all out there on the same time, someone's not going to be double covered, that's for sure. And it's going to be very interesting on what happens.
But even more so, right? If it's a split back formation or a single back formation back there out of the shotgun, right?
Yeah.
And they've got a
where are
tight
they going
end.
to go to? You have no idea where they're going to go to.
And then they've got those three wide receivers. If those wide receivers pull the coverage and also pull the linebackers out a little bit on a chip block from the tight end, he should be able to chip block, turn around, and be sitting there with no one around him. Or the same thing for the running back, too, depending on how they move the tight end in motion. So there's going to be opportunities where these guys are going to get the ball in space with, there's dudes downfield, but there's no one within 6-7 yards of them. And it just seemed like the biggest element missing in the game. And we might be able to see type of production in those plays split between the running back and the tight ends that the 49ers get out of that with their running backs, with Kittle there with him too.
Yeah.
And it's just another weapon. Kittle, when Kittle's who's best, he'll go 3 games with 3 targets. And then one game against a certain opponent, they like something that they see, and they're chip blocking him or lining him up in the tight on the wing, and he's going off for 8 catches out of 9 targets for 140 yards.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think they have a good chance this year, a very good chance of really, I think, confusing the defense on whatever we're going to do. I mean, it could be a 50-50 between run and pass. It might be a 70-30 at times, but over the whole year, it could end up, I think, being like 50-50. It all depends. It's going to depend on the team we're playing at the same time.
Well, I just wanted to pop in and say hello to my fellows. Papa Paul, I heard about that thing you were talking about on X the other day. You guys got you and Winters got some stuff on the food channel. That's pretty good.
Hush!
Glad to have for you on that, brother. Shake.
Yeah,
keeping
sir.
up the great work.
Cat,
I appreciate you, man.
You have a great weekend, rest of your weekend, but we're actually on Huddle right now. We're only on until 7 o'clock. We're on Roku and Fire Stick under Huddle Sports Network right now. So you can watch us there live or even go back and watch some of our recordings.
There you go, brother. All right, sweet. And Shake, I'll see you, brother. The show was great last night, man. Wait a second wind with Jonathan coming up. That shit was
man.
Bro.
Hey, man, listen.
I'll give you more of the details backstage one day if you guys really want to know that story. So.
Hell yeah, we do. All right, man.
I gotta try and get
one of us. Listen, Papa Paul, you need to go back to yesterday's show and watch right around the 3.5 hour mark. My cousin comes up there and starts talking about some good old stories. So it's pretty good.
Yeah,
well, I gotta get on your guys' show. I've been so busy and so tired lately because I don't have the energy like I used to, and I hurt too much. But that's another story in itself. I gotta try and catch up with y'all show sometime.
But the funny part was, I'm like, all right, in 5 minutes we're about to shut the show down. He shows up. I'm like, well, there goes that out the window.
Yeah, 30 minutes of content coming up on that bad boy.
It is. So,
well, you have a blessed night, Cap. Peace, love, and fifth up, brother.
Talk to you later, Shake.
Yep. I mean, there's going to be a lot of interesting things going on, Shake. I see us, like I was saying, I see Miami having a huge chance at really confusing the defenses on what we're going to do. I mean, we got more speed than we had last year. And, I mean, I hope McDaniel gets away from this pitch and run stuff or these screen passes that were not working at all last year. I think they worked, maybe 10% of the time, it seemed like?
Yeah, and I hope he tries to move away from that fade pass in the end zone.
Yeah.
They only had like worked one time.
Maybe they need to try some of the fake spiking or something. Go ahead.
But I noticed the difference when I was looking at Jalen Wright, between Jalen Wright and Chan, is that they're both fast, but I think he doesn't have the acceleration that Chan has. He doesn't have that quick burst that could get from here to there like that. I think he gains his speed with as he runs. So as he gets into the open field, that's when he gets faster. Just like Ricky, I don't think he didn't have that quick burst. You know what I'm saying?
No, a Chan is one who's got the speed on the cutting, on the dime, all that, and the spins, everything.
Yeah, he doesn't have that 0-60 like a Chan does.
Yeah. A Chan's going to be with the way he's put on. I think he's going to be something to keep an eye out. I mean, I was upset with the injuries last year, but at the same time, no one can predict an injury or how long it's going to hold him out. And if you look at the way McDaniels and them did it, I think they were holding guys out longer than they really wanted to be held out or anything, just to try and protect them from themselves.
Yeah.
And because I'm sure you remember last year at this time, kept telling everybody, you got to Devon Chan, you got to keep an eye out for him. He's going to be something. And I even started picking him to be offensive rookie of the year, which I think he would have had a chance at it if he didn't get injured.
And by the way, I'm going to do a quick little preview next this Wednesday. I'm going to do a show called Smoke Lounge. I plead the fifth, where I'm going to talk about all our 5th round picks that panned out. We had a lot of them, and just like how you said, you like the reasons you liked a Chan last year is the reasons I like Mohamed Kamara, because he's small, underrated, and I think he has a chip on his shoulder that he's gonna big things.
I do like him. He definitely has a chip on his shoulder because everybody was telling all the coaches or sports people were telling him he was going to be going in like the 3rd round or something. And he was expecting calls, and then he didn't get one till the 5th. And he wants to prove everybody wrong, just like Zach Thomas did.
Yeah.
And that would be great.
He's undersized too. He's like 6'1" for a defensive end. That's not that big,
No, it's not. I mean, I tell you, until I met Jalen Phillips at Dolphins Challenge Cancer event, I didn't realize how big he was. He's taller. He's like 2 inches taller than me.
Now 3 or 4.
My wife says 3 or 4, but I think she was more looking at his body than his height. He does tower over me quite somewhat. He could be 3 or 4 inches tall. I mean, I don't know his exact height, but he's a beast of a specimen. And
Jason Taylor,
Jalen Phillips.
Oh, Jalen Phillips. Oh yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking up to him.
Yeah, Jason Taylor's about the same height, 6'6".
Yeah, Jason Taylor's only got me a little over an inch. Well, these days about an inch and a half. You know, you shrink with old age, Shake. So don't get old. You're already short enough.
My grandfather used to tell me that. Well, then again, compared to you, everybody's short.
I am not that big of a guy. This is what I don't get. I myself, I don't feel like I'm a big guy. I look at people and I see a lot of people a lot bigger than me.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I'm a big guy. I feel like I'm average.
Hey, listen, Paul is short for Paul Bunyan.
Okay.
You're next to me. You're good.
Well, even standing next to my wife, she's only like 5'3", 5'3" and a half, and I'm 6'4" and a half, 6'5". But when I'm standing next to her, I don't feel like I'm that much taller than her until I go to bend down to give her a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm bending way down, and I'm like, damn, you are short. And stuff like that. But I remember when I was in my 20s and seeing this guy at a movie theater, and he had to be at least 6 inches taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, he was a big guy. But it's all my friends and all. I mean, everybody I know, a lot of you guys down in Miami and all, I don't look at myself as that much bigger than anybody else around me.
You just can look over the crowd.
Yeah, I just look over the top of everybody so I can find everyone. Unless you're really short, then I can't find you. But if y'all are coming down to Miami, make sure you stop by East 12, East 22. Check out the tailgate in row 209 on the east side of the stadium. We got a little over 10 more minutes left of the show. I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend.
And you got you always got great merchandise to sell.
Yeah, I sell a lot of shirts, hats, signs, all that stuff. And this year I think we're going to be maybe doing a little bit more. We have some jewelry and other things like that. But all up and down East 12, East 22, up and down Road 209. It's one big party. A little overkill with about 5 different DJs up and down the row, but it's everyone's family up and down there.
Very welcoming.
Yep, the HANA train shirt.
And the thing I like about this shirt is the fabric. It keeps you very cool.
Yeah, it's a self-wicking shirt, and it dries out quick too.
Yeah, it's very nice fabric. I love it.
So that's all my shirts I sell are done up like that. I got a new one I'm working on for Jalen Phillips. And I got my Peace, Love, and Fins Up family shirt that I have. I'm actually working on getting that out to the whole team. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'll buy one from you. I'll have to buy one.
You already have.
What's that? No, the fin. The Fins Up t-shirt, Fins Love and t-shirt. I'll buy that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I have. Oh, I have the Suicide shirt showing. There's a Suicide Squad. That's one I still have going. But I have a new Jalen Phillips one I'm trying out. It's going to be called Man on Fire.
And it's the same fabric?
Same fabric. All the shirts are the same fabric. I got to see if he can. I got to try. He's trying to get me some in 5X because I got people that need 5X and stuff. So,
damn,
that's been a problem. Well, some of the football players are going to need 5X as well, like Patrick Paul for one.
Oh yeah,
he towers up over me, and he's 331 pounds. I think he's 6'8", 331 pounds, and his wingspan is like a 747 wingspan. No.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, like I said, that shirt I wore to my first game back last year, my first home game last year, and I tell you what, in the tailgate, I was comfortable. I was sweating my ass off, but I was comfortable in that shirt. So
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So, how many home games are you going to this year?
just the
Fan club weekend?
fan club weekend depends. I might go to another home game. I'm seeing who's going to be going there. If somebody that um is coming out of town, and I'll
Mhm.
make a special trip. Depends on who, like Larry K, or depends on who the person is. I'll
Yeah.
definitely go and make time for him. I would go to the Buffalo game to see Dolphin Winters, but it's a Thursday night game.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm not going to any away games. Well, I am going to the preseason against the Bucks. I already have my tickets for that.
How do you get tickets for that?
I actually had a friend of mine over here, Tampa Dolphin Rodney, that had some extra tickets he was selling. So trying to, but
If you could give me some, I'll save you the money. I'll look.
well, I mean, I go straight to the Tampa Bay web. Just go through
Website.
Ticketmaster on Tampa, and
Okay.
at one point in time they were only like $32, but the cheapest ones I seen last was like 60.
Oh man, yeah, nah, not for a preseason game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I paid 45 for these, and these are in the second level. The other ones, the $60 ones are actually on the first level in the end zone right by the pirate ship.
Okay, that's nice.
So, it was pretty good to get them. But if I would have bought them when I first seen them, I could have got the same seats for like a little over $30, plus their fees, of course.
What's crazy is the Tampa Bay Stadium is the same distance for me as it is for Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah. Lucky you, it's a lot closer to me than the Hard Rock. It takes me anywhere from 4.5 to 5.5 hours to go from here to Miami. Ryan AP, glad to see you're back. We're going to be done here in about 5 minutes. If you want to come on and shout out or anything, you can, but we got about 5 minutes left. Yeah, it takes me, on a bad day, it's 5.5 hours. Usually it takes me about 4.5, maybe 5, but that's going usually to Miami Lakes Hotel, which is right there. Used to be Shula's old hotel. And they're real nice there. Everything's accommodating. Pool, restaurants right there still. Same restaurant. It's just not called Shula's anymore. But we have a good time there. And it's actually it's a little inexpensive compared to some of the places. I think the most we paid was, I remember getting a hotel room the Thursday right before the game on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And we got it for like $150 for the night and stuff. And usually the most I paid, I think, is $169 after taxes and everything. So I know a lot of people that are paying, $170, $200, $225 for a room, and it's only not even a 30-minute drive, in Miami, which is 30-minute drive can be 2 miles down the road sometimes. But to the stadium, and it's quick, easy. We like staying there because it's not clean, it's comfortable, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Plus there's no problem with when I have my service dog with me or anything. So yeah, it'd be nice to see you at the Buffalo game, but it's Thursday night. I know you got to get up early Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
John is coming down that Saturday for the Jaguars game and not leaving until the following Saturday. He's staying because otherwise he'd go home on Monday, have to turn around and come back on Wednesday, and why bother? It's I'll be going back and forth basically because my wife will be with me at the home opener, which is against the Jaguars that Sunday. We'll come home early Monday morning or Sunday night, depending on things going. And then I'll come back on Wednesday. I'll come back down there on Wednesday.
Yeah, and we'll have the mini bye week. So,
yeah, we have 2 of them this year, I think.
Yeah, we do.
And then we have, our bye week is week 6. That's an early bye week. But like people have been saying, I think they're going to possibly put Phillips and what's his name? Chubb on IR for that way they can come back right after the bye week. Even though both those guys, especially Phillips, wants to come back for week 1.
Yeah, and the reason I like the bye week that early, I know people want the bye week later on, but the reason I like that is because the last 2 years they have a horrible track record of starting off slow in their bye week. So this week, if we get their bye week early, we could hit our stride towards the end of the season. Get going with good momentum.
Well, and another thing to look at, if there's anything, I'm thinking, if there's anything starting to linger as that can potentially turn into an injury, they had that bye week early, maybe get over it so it doesn't turn into an injury.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's another way to look at it. But I really think if they go to 18 games in a season, they're going to have to put 2 bye weeks in there.
Yeah.
So that'll only give us 2 preseason games then. But you have any last words before we start calling it a night, Shake?
I know, man. Once again, I appreciate you for letting me come up here, and I love the work that you guys are doing. Keep it up.
Well, we appreciate you because without you, we probably wouldn't even be here. You helped me out a lot with a lot of things, and
vice versa.
Is Allie going to be on this Tuesday?
Yeah, this Tuesday.
What time?
7:00 so far. So.
Allie Goodman, Doll Freaky, Fan of the Year 2022, 7:00 on TFTG.
No, Larry K. Larry K.
Oh, Larry K. I'm sorry. Larry K. And we'll be on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and then Monday night at 5 p.m., both Eastern time. So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern time, Monday night. Or our shows on the weekends. And on Wednesday nights, we're 8:45 p.m. until we decide to call it. It could be 9:45. It could be 10:30. It might be 11:30. Mm-hmm. It all depends on how things are going.
No doubt.
Everyone out there, we appreciate each and every one of y'all. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Huddle Sports Network. Y'all have a wonderful night. YouTube, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to us. Have a blessed rest of your weekend, and peace, love, and fins up, everybody. We'll talk to y'all soon.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first. This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.